Hello everyone, my name is Manavat and I welcome all of you once again in the series of data interpretation. We are in class number 2 and in today's class we are going to discuss pie chart, another variation of representing data that's in form of circle. Okay, so this is concept class and we will have total 6 concept classes for data interpretation where we will understand all the formats, all the possible formats of presenting data which you can see in the exam as well. So, class number 2 data interpretation, let's understand with the examples. So, here we have first example with us. Remember, the objective of concept class is to understand, are we able to interpret the data from the given format of the data presented. Okay. So, here the data is presented in form of pie chart. Let's understand or let's try to interpret. Okay. So, the question is, the following pie chart shows the distribution of students of graduate and postgraduate level of 7 different institutes in the town. Okay. Distribution of the student at the graduate and postgraduate level of the institutes यहाँ पे chart में दिया हुआ है. Now, the first chart here we have postgraduate, okay, and the second chart says what? Graduate, okay. 6 institutions are P, Q, R, S, T, M, N. Okay, so these are 6 institutes in both the charts. Total number of postgraduate given is 27,000 here. This is 24,700 and graduate given as 27,300. All right. Okay, so this much data we understood. So before we attempt the questions, let's understand whether we are able to interpret the data also not. So here the total number of postgraduates are 24,700. Now, if I want to find out number of students, if I want to find out number of students of any particular institute, what do we have to do? देखो यहाँ पे जो total circle है ना pie chart का, so pie chart data can be represented or distributed in 2 ways. One is percentage form. So entire circle is 100%. Entire circle is 100%. Okay. So it can be given in form of percentage. So 12%, 15%, 25%. Okay. So that way you will get data distributed. All right. So total circle should have 100%, should represent 100%. Another way of using pie chart to present the data is in degrees. So let's say institute P has 30 degree out of this 360 degree. Okay. So in pie chart, the total angle is 360 degree and total percent is what? 100%. All right. So in these 2 ways, we can use pie chart to present the data. So here in the first question, in the first example, we have data which is distributed or presented in form of percentage distribution. All right. So if I want to find out for any particular institute, say I want to find out for R, how many students are studying in postgraduate in institute R. So what are we going to do? We will say, okay, postgraduate institute R has 14% of total. Now, total number of students is also given in the question, that is for postgraduate. It is 24,700. So, for R postgraduate, we will do what? 14% of 24,700. Are you getting this? That's how we are interpreting the data here. Okay, I hope it's not very difficult. It is not, right? Okay. अच्छा यहाँ पे भी आपको you will find use of percentage and ratio. So I have told you in the first class as well that if you want to understand the data interpretation well, you first need to do percentage and ratio. You need to have good command on these 2 topics. Then data interpretation will become little easier for you. All right. So चलते हैं आगे. Now what is the question based on the data which we have? Question number 1 on that. What is the total number of graduate and postgraduate level students from Institute R? अच्छा यहाँ पे भी R की बात की. वैसे मैंने यहाँ पे I did not read the question first. ये मैंने ऐसे एग्जाम्पल के लिए ले लिया था यहाँ पे. But here question says for Institute R we need to find out the total number of students in PG plus graduate, right? So in PG it is 14% of 24700. From where did I get this? Here. R is 14% and number of students in postgraduate, total number of students are 24,700, right? Okay. So that is for PG. Now, if I want to check for graduate, so graduate for our institute R, it is 17%. 17% of what? 27,300. So I will add this also here. This is 17% of 27300. Okay. So this is what we need to find out. We need to match the options. Which one of these options are having value equal to this. So if you simplify this part, I hope you know how to simplify, remove the percentage sign. So this becomes 14 by 100 multiply by 24700. I repeat myself again, guys, in the concept classes, we are learning how to interpret the data from given format of data presented. Okay, how to interpret the data from the given format of data presented. Okay, calculation के ऊपर हम लोग उतना ज़्यादा ध्यान नहीं देंगे. Our main focus will be on to understand how to read the data, how to interpret the data from the data which is given in the particular format. So here it's in pie chart format. So pie chart से कैसे interpret करें, right? Okay, well, now if you simplify this, यहाँ पे 0 0 आप cancel करो. Now you got to simply multiply. इसका और कोई shortcut है नहीं. आपको 14 का table आना चाहिए, 17 का table आना चाहिए. I told you earlier also in homework that your homework is एक general homework है ना अपने full quant का. क्या है वो? Learn tables till 20, squares till 25, cubes till 10 and value of 2 to the power 1 to 2 to the power 10. इतने values हमें by heart होने चाहिए. Alright? So 14 का table, 17 का table, if you multiply both and then if you add it, you will get the value as 8099. Alright? Okay. So here you can match option number D is your answer. Okay. Let's see. Are we able to interpret the data to answer the second question or not? So second question says, what is the ratio between the number of students studying at PG and graduate level respectively from Institute R? So what Institute S, sorry, Institute S. So we need to find out the ratio of number of students in S, PG in S with graduate in S. Okay, graduate in S. All right. So in PG in S, yeah, now come back here. PG. To find the number of students for Institute S from PG level, I need to calculate 21% of 24700. Correct? Okay. So here I have 24700 multiplied by 21%, or I can say 21% of, give me a minute. Yes, 21% of 24700 ratio. Now we need to see students in Institute S from graduate level. So graduate level total number of students are 27300 and from Institute S we have 14%. So it is 14% of 27300. लिख लेते हैं यहाँ पे. Now we need to have graduate, that is 14% of 27 क्या है? 27300. Right. Now simplify this part. That's 14%, right? Simplify this part. What do? Here you cancel this percentage sign and then you cancel these zeros as well. We are finding the ratio. I hope you know how to calculate ratio. Divide or multiply by common numbers to simplify it, right? Now 7 से देखते हैं यहाँ पे. 7, this will be 7 3s are, this is 7 2s are, and then what you have is 2 4s. Okay. Now let's try dividing by 13. 13 का टेबल में देखते हैं. Now if I say 13, this is 13 1 जा 13, 13 2 जा 26, so 1 जा पे जाएगा यहाँ पे. Now here you get 1 1 and then this 7 is already there. Now 17 13 9 जा is 117. All right. Similarly here 13 2 जा 26 and 13 1 जा 13. All right. So now I can further cancel this 3 with 21. So 3 7 जा 21. So what do we get answer as? 19 is to here 2 7 जा 14. So answer is what? 19 is to 14. Easy है? Okay. Are you able to interpret? Because देखो इतना डायरेक्ट क्वेश्चन एग्जाम में नहीं आता. Yeah, let's accept the reality. But we are building concept, we are building basics, okay? We are going to see difficulty increasing in the difficulty level and we are going to solve the questions which are matching the difficulty level of the exam. So, have patience. पहले interpret करना सीख लो, जितने format है वो सब समझ लो, okay? Then it will be little easier for you to attempt the exam question. और वो हम लोग करने वाले हैं. I promise you that we will have many practice questions. Don't worry. Okay. Question number 3. Next question is, what is the ratio between the number of students studying at postgraduate level from Institute S? Okay. Ratio of number of students studying in postgraduate level, so PG level from Institute S to the number of students from at graduate level from Institute Q. So graduate level Q. तो क्या calculate करना है हमें? Postgraduate for S and graduate for Q. Okay, so PG पे चलते हैं. PGS ये हमने अभी निकाला है यहाँ पे. This is so you can also take the calculation done in the previous question if they are same for the next question. So I'll take it from here. So PGS 21% of 21% of 24700. ठीक है. So PGS 21% of 27400. ठीक है. कैसे ही ना? हाँ 24700. Sorry. 24700. Okay. Now graduate and Q. Now look at this. Tell me, what is a graduate percentage for Institute Q? That's 13%. Here you have 13%, right? Of total number of students which are 27300. ठीक है. So here I have 13% of 27300. All right, we need to simplify these two. So now again 0 cancel, percent gone. Now you simplify this further. You cancel. Yeah, 13 ka table. So this we have cancelled earlier also. So 13 1 जा 13 9 जा. This is 13 2 जा and 1 जा, and then now here you can see 21 I can cancel directly here, okay, and then I have अच्छा percentage तो पहले ही निकाल दिया मैंने. Then I have what 19 here and 13 left here. Okay, so what is the final answer in that case? 19 is to 13. That's your answer. Okay, are you able to interpret the data? देखो in coming up lectures also I will focus on interpreting the data. Yeah, question हम लोग उतने नहीं solve करेंगे, बस sets ज़्यादा समझेंगे. We'll try to understand, are we able to read the data from the given format? All right, let's see the next question. Next, okay. So I have one more example. Now here ऐसा करते हैं. Let me give you a view where you can try it by yourself. See if it is readable for you, then pause this video and attempt this question by yourself. Okay, the question is, let's see the data. Data is the pie chart shown in the number of pairs of shoes sold during 2012-13. Okay, fine. So first pie chart shows what? As per the brand, Nike 10%, Adidas 30%. So now here also the pie chart is divided. The data is distributed in pie chart in form of percentage, right? Second pie chart says percentage of sales of Nike in the various month during so and so. So first pie chart is representing the data, the presenting data of all the brands, and second presenting in the same year only for Nike in different months. So that's what given to us. Okay. So let's try to find out the answers or let's see the question. Question क्या पहले वो देखते हैं. Okay. And let me just improvise a bit. Yeah. Okay. This may look little easy and readable. Okay. Okay. Now, I want you to try this question. Question number 4. Try it out and let's match the answer. Okay. Now, let's see how do we solve this. So, we have the pie chart shown in the number of pair. Achha, question क्या है? If the average price of pair of Adidas shoes is 2000, okay, and the average price of pair of Nike shoes is 30% more, ठीक है, so Nike pair is 30% costly compared to Adidas. So Adidas का कितना है 2000, so Nike का price कितना होना चाहिए बोलो 30% more. What is 30% of 2000? 600. How are we calculating this fast? Because we have done percentage topic, right? Okay, then it says what is the ratio of income earned by selling Nike to that of earning by selling Adidas during so and so. All right. So we need to find out the ratio earned by Nike. So Nike shoes. It has 10% of total. So that is, if I want to calculate Nike, but compare with Adidas as per the question. So Nike is total number of pair sold 25 lakhs. देखो यहाँ दिया हुआ 25 lakhs. Right. Now in 25 lakhs, Nike is 10%. All right. So these are number of pairs for Nike. Now the price for Nike shoes now we got as 2600. Okay. So if you simplify this all, you will get the revenue, the income earned by selling Nike shoes. But ऐसा भी करना नहीं, calculation इतना जल्दी नहीं करना है. We are calculating ratio. So in ratio we are anyway going to divide. So divide करना ही है तो multiply अभी क्यों करें? Let's see division later, right? Okay. So next we have is for Adidas. Adidas number of pairs of shoes. Here total 25 lakhs, out of which Adidas is 30%. Here you can see 30% here. Okay. So let's see. Adidas is 25 lakhs. इसमें से if you calculate 30% of this of 25 lakhs. Yeah. अब देखो 30% of 25 lakhs can be written as 30% of, that means multiply into 25 lakhs, or we can also write 25 lakhs. Multiplication है ना, multiplication में A into B is equal to B into A. Okay, in multiplication. So don't stress. Yeah. Now these are number of pairs sold for Adidas. Okay, of Adidas brand. Now what is the price of each pair of Adidas as per the question? That is 2000. So we need to calculate the ratio of these two. इन दोनों का ratio निकालना. So now for ratio we can simplify, we can cancel, simplify, percentage gone, 0 gone. Now here this is 25, इसका कुछ मतलब रहा नहीं. Then यहाँ पे 10%, 30% का भी 0 चला गया. Further we can divide by 2. So here we can say 2 tenza, and here we have 2 and this is 30. So for Nike side you have only 13 left, and then at Adidas side you have got 10 into 3. So that will be 30. So what is your answer? Answer is option number 3. 13 is to 30. Have you also got the same answer? I'm sure yes. Okay. So are you able to interpret the data? Let's check. Let's do one more question on the same data. Try this out. So here again we have the same data. Now this time question is the total number of pairs of shoes sold by Woodland and Goldstar together is what percent of the total number of pairs of shoes sold by Adidas. Okay. So what do we need to find out? We need to see if you understand the percentage part well. So we need to calculate Woodland plus Goldstar is what percent of Adidas into 100. This is what we need to find out. Oh, 1000 ka 100. Okay. We need to calculate the percentage. Students who have done percentage will find this very easy, right? Okay. So देखें क्या है now. अच्छा पहले आप ट्राई करो और मैच करो आंसर. Fine, let's see. So Woodland and Goldstar together. Woodland, what is the percentage for Woodland here? That's 20%, right? Goldstar is 4%. Okay. So if I want to do the same, then I will do what? Woodland is 20% of total plus Goldstar is 4% of total. Okay, or total है क्या? Total is 25 lakhs. Clear? Okay, so I have skipped one step, but students, again I'm repeating, if you are watching this, trying to solve this without doing percentage concepts, so पहले I will put the percentage concept lecture series in the description, or if you are watching this as part of course, so it's part of my algebra course, lecture number 1, percentage. Okay, if you do that, you can skip some steps and do the calculation faster. Compare to Adidas. Now Adidas कहाँ पे है? यहाँ पे Adidas is 30%. So 30%. So here we have what? 30% of 25 lakhs. Multiply by 100. Okay. So this is 25, 25 cancel. So now you can take 20, 24. So this is 24% off and this is 30%. And then here you have 100 percentage cancel. 24 if you cancel by 3 8s are या फिर आप 6 से cancel करो 6 4s are and this is 6 5s are, right? 4 by 5, that's going to be how much? 80%. Correct? So answer is what? 80%, option number 1. I hope you also got the same answer. Okay. एक और बार ट्राई करें. चलो एक और क्वेश्चन ट्राई करते हैं on the same data. Okay, look at the new question again on the same data. Try this out. Pause the video and try solving the question by yourself. What is the question? Question is, what is the ratio of sales of Nike in January to that of December? Okay. So ratio of Nike, which is sales done in January to that of December. So January is here, is 12%. December is what? 18%. It is percentage of the same number of total number of Nike sold, out of which in January only 12% sold, compared to in December total number of Nike shoes sold, multiply by the percentage share which is sold only in December. Now do you see this? Finding the total number of shoes, total number of pair of shoes sold of Nike brand in the entire year, this we can calculate from this diagram, let me say second diagram. Okay, but is this required? We need to understand, is this required to solve the answer, to get the answer? Is it required to get the answer? Not required. So if you simplify this, percent gone, now 4 से cancel करो, 4 3s are 12 and no sorry, 6 से cancel करो, 6 2s are 12 and 6 3s are 18. So 2:3 is option number 1 is your answer. Correct? I hope you got the same answer. All right. Let's see the next set. अगला set क्या है? Okay. So next set is also in terms of percentage. Fine. Let me arrange the diagram little easier for you so that you can, although ये भी वैसे समझ में, I think it's readable enough, right? Yeah, it's readable enough. But let me still rearrange this. Okay. So here you have next diagram, next case, where you got two pie charts here. So first pie chart shows what? Percentage of cases registered in various police stations in various districts of Delhi. Okay. And the second chart, let me name this. This is first, this is second. All right. Now second says the percentage of various types of crime cases registered in North Delhi police station. Okay. Only for North Delhi. All right. And first is for entire Delhi. So this is given to us. Percentage of cases registered. All right. Okay. Now the question we have is total number of crime cases in Delhi is 13,000. here given in the question, only for question number 7. Then the number of murder cases registered in North Delhi is equal to how much? Okay. So pause the video and try the question by yourself. Okay, you can pause the video and try the question by yourself. Let's solve this together. So here we have the total number of crime cases in Delhi is 13,000. So total number of crime cases is shown by which diagram? Diagram number 1 or 2? Diagram number 1. It shows for entire Delhi. So let's say this is 13,000 given to us. Okay. Out of which we need to see how many are from North Delhi. Okay. Okay. And from North Delhi, we need to find out how many are murder cases. All right. So first of all, we will say this is 13,000. Total number of cases in entire Delhi, out of which North Delhi represent what? Only 6% of this. And in North Delhi, the total number of murder cases are 15%. Total number of murder cases are what? 15%. So this is 15%. Okay, so this is what we need to find out. Now rest is all about calculation. So here we can simplify, cancel zeros. यहाँ पे एक और zero cancel हो जाएगा. मैं एक और यहाँ पे क्या कर सकता हूँ? I can take 2 from here because 6 is 3 into 2 and 15 is what? 5 into 3. So this 2 into 3, 2 into 5 will again make what? 10. ये 10 मैं इसके साथ cancel कर देता हूँ. ठीक है? आप अपने हिसाब से cancellation कर सकते हो. So what is left with you is 13 into ये वाला 3 into यहाँ वाला 3. So the answer should be what? 117. Are you getting the same answer? I'm sure yes. Okay. So you are able to interpret the data, right? Okay. Let's see the next question. That's the next question. So here we have again the same diagram. Question is on the same diagram. We have if the total number of robbery cases registered in North Delhi is 42. Total number of robbery cases in North Delhi is 42. Then what is the number of crime cases registered in East Delhi? That's what we need to find. Cut. That's what we need to find out. Okay. So we have to start from which diagram? First diagram or second diagram? Start with the second diagram because there we will be able to see robbery cases registered in North Delhi. Okay. So robbery cases in North Delhi, that is 40% of total North Delhi. So total North Delhi ka 40% of total North Delhi is equal to 42 as per the question. Now, can we calculate the total number of cases in North Delhi accordingly? We can. Remove sign of percentage, divide by 0. Now this is what? 0, 0 cancel. Now you can say this is what? 2 by 5. Now cross multiply 2 by 5. So what you have here? 2 से cancel करो, ये हो जाएगा 21. 21 into 5 हो जाएगा कितना? 105. So 105 cases are there only in North Delhi. Okay. Now I will use this conclusion for first diagram. For the first diagram to have 105 as total number of cases in North Delhi, which is 60% of entire Delhi. Question said calculate for East Delhi. Now, East Delhi is what? 18% of entire Delhi cases, right? So, that means what we have or what we found out or what is given to us is what? North Delhi, which is equal to 6% of entire Delhi cases. As per our calculation, we got this to be 105. We need to find out for East Delhi. Now, East Delhi is here 18% of the entire Delhi cases, and this is what we need to find out. Do you agree? Yes. Here you can see from the chart 1, right? Okay. Now, let's. So, if you see here, this is 6%, this is 18%. Now, 6% से अभी कैलकुलेशन आई एम लिविंग अप टू यू. अगर आपको चाहिए तो आप टोटल नंबर ऑफ केसेज इन डेली रजिस्टर्ड वो निकाल लो, यहाँ पर रिप्लेस कर दो, इसका आंसर आ जाएगा. बट थोड़ा अगर एक्स्ट्रा आप यहाँ पे लॉजिक लगाओ और अगर आपने मेरा परसेंटेज का क्लास किया हुआ है, सो यू विल अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट. हियर आई एम गोइंग टू स्केलिंग प्रॉपर्टी. हियर 6% से मुझे 18% चाहिए, मतलब मुझे 3 टाइम्स चाहिए. तो मैं इसको 3 टाइम्स करूँगा तो क्या आ जाएगा? 315. करेक्ट? 315. That is the total number of cases in East Delhi. Do we have this here? Yes, option number 4 is your answer. I'm sure you also got option number 4, right? Okay, let's see the next question. Look at the new question on the same data. So here, again, you can pause the video and try attempting the question by yourself. Okay, let's see what do we have. It says if the total number of crime cases registered in West Delhi is 2,200 and 60% are murder cases out of are solved in North Delhi, okay, then what is the number of unsolved murder cases in North Delhi? All right, so we have data for West Delhi. So from the West Delhi, which is given as 2,200, we need to first find out the total number of cases in North Delhi. Then from North Delhi, we'll find out the murder cases, right? Yes, total number of murder cases, and then we'll see 60% are resolved, and then we will try to find out unresolved, which will be 40%, right? Because if 60% as per the question is resolved, so unsolved should be 40%. So let's see how do we work. So here West Delhi, as per question, here West Delhi shows what? 22%. It's very simple. If 22% of total Delhi number of cases registered is equal to 2,200, right? And we need to calculate for North Delhi. So North Delhi ka kya hoga? This is West Delhi as per the question. So North Delhi mein kya hoga? Number of cases as per the question, that is 6% of total number of cases in Delhi. अब obviously दिख रहा है 22% is 22 with 2 zeros. So 6% should be 6 with 2 zeros, right? So we got the total number of cases in North Delhi. Now out of this total number of cases in North Delhi, let's calculate how many are murder cases. So murder cases as per the data, here as per the data we have, that is 15%, right? So now if I check 15% of, of 600, that will be murder cases. That will be murder cases. Do you understand? Do you agree? These are murder cases. Now, out of these murder cases, you have 40%. You have got 40% unresolved. So, here, if I find out unsolved, then that is 40% of 15% of 600, right? So if you simplify this, you remove the sign of percentage and then get it solved, yeah. Okay. So here what you have is 40 by 100, this is 15 by 100, this is 600. Now let's cancel the zeros first. यहाँ भी ये zero cancel हो जाएगा. This is what 2 and this is 5. This is 3 and you 6 you already have. 2 3s are 6, 6 6 are 36. So unsolved murder cases will be how much? 36. Do we have it here? Yes, option number 1 is your answer. Did you understand this? I'm sure yes. So I hope you are able to interpret the data. That's the objective, guys. That's the objective. We are going to see the exam difficulty level questions also in the coming lectures. But पहले हम format सारे समझेंगे, ठीक है? Let's see one more example. All right. So another question, another example for you. We have one pie chart which is in percentage distribution form, and the other one which is in other table which is ratio दिया हुआ है वहाँ पे. और यहाँ से we have question क्या है? Total number in 7 institutes, that is 56,000. So it should be total number of students. Okay, total number of students, it should be total number of students ऐसा होना चाहिए. Total number of students ऐसा कर लेते हैं, ठीक है. In 7 institutes. Yeah, correct. ऐसा है. Okay. And then we got the question. So try doing it by yourself. बहुत difficult नहीं है. Interpret करो, try करो से. क्या question है? What is the ratio of number of female students in Institute F to that of male students in Institute C. Female in F. Okay. So, for that, you need to know total number of students in Institute F, out of which you check how many are females. In F, that's 12 out of 8 plus 12. Now, again, people who have done the lecture ratio, they will understand what I'm doing here. Interpret तो आप कर ले रहे हो, but उसको simplify कैसे करना है? For that, you need to have strong understanding, strong basics of percentage and ratio. Okay. So, how much female shows here? 12 out of total 20. Okay. That's what we have. So, we need 56,000 का 18% का 12 by 20. That is female students in Institute F. Now, that of male students in Institute C. So, Institute C, that is 8% from the first diagram. Okay. So, let's simplify this first. So, we need to find out the ratio with that. So, it will be 56,000 multiply by 8%. Okay. Multiply by now the fraction of male student in that. Male students in C, that is 6 out of 6 plus 2, 8. Okay. So, it will be 6 by 8. We got to find out the ratio of this. But, so till here what we have done? We have interpreted the data. So, if you are understanding how this data is written, that means you got how to interpret the data from the pie chart or mix one. Okay. ठीक है. अब इसके बाद क्या है? इसके बाद calculation. Now, you understand that common to find the ratio, we can cancel the commons, right? Here, this is 6, 2s are 12, and here we have what, chalo, और simplify करते हैं. This is 2 से करूँ, मतलब I wanted to cancel by bigger number, but ठीक है, चलो 2 से करते हैं. 2 से दिस इज 4 एंड दिस यहाँ पे क्या हो जाएगा 2 9 और ये कितना हो जाएगा 2 2 ठीक है. ये हो गया आपका 2 4 8 राइट. ऑल राइट, ऐसा कुछ हमारे पास आ गया है. अभी यहाँ से 4 से कैंसिल हो जाएगा ये और ये बन जाएगा ना 5. सो व्हाट आर वी गेटिंग हियर? वी गेटिंग 9 by 5 और अदर साइड पे वी हैव एवरीथिंग कैंसिल. सो यहाँ पे बचेगा कितना 1. सो रेशियो इज व्हाट 9:5. इफ यू टेक द 5 टू द अदर साइड of ratio, ये हो जाएगा 9:5. Okay, option number 2 will be your answer. Did you understand this? Yeah, interpreting the data. Yes. So let's see the next example. Let's see the next example on the same data. So here we have again a pie chart. और again क्या, ये तो अभी तो किया हम लोगों ने. Okay, so question क्या, question पे jump करते हैं. Question is, the total number of students studying in Institute F is what percent of the total number of students studying in Institute C? Okay, that's what we need to calculate. Again, you can pause the video and try attempting the question by yourself. Question is, यहाँ पे दिया है total 56,000. We need to see students studying in Institute F is what percent of the students studying in Institute C. So there is no question on number of male and female. इसका मतलब हमें सिर्फ और सिर्फ फर्स्ट डायग्राम पाई चार्ट पे ही फोकस करना है, राइट. सो स्टूडेंट स्टडीइंग इन इंस्टीट्यूट एफ आर what 18%. So this is 18% here. 18% of 56,000 is what percent of total number of students from Institute C? So Institute C, that is 8%. That is what? 8% of 56,000 into 100. Alright. Simplify करो. देखो ये 56,000 को लेके कुछ सेंस बना नहीं यहाँ पे. हाँ. So this, when you do more practice with percentage, you will understand. So if you are thorough with percentage, तो आप ये बड़े obvious तरीके से बोलोगे कि sir, we don't need to write 56,000 again here, right? Okay, now we got to simplify. So we have percent sign gone. Now here we simplify. This is 2 9s, this is 2 4s, so it's 9 by 4. If you simplify 9 by 4, so 4 2s are 8, 2s are 8, and 5s are 20. 25% ऐसा आपका आना चाहिए. 225%. If you simplify, multiplying 9 by 4 by 100. Okay? I hope you got the same answer. Right? Okay. Let's see the next. Next example. Next example, here we have a different example with percentage. आपको एक readable है क्या? मुझे तो है. आपको readable है क्या बताओ? Yeah. So here the distribution of the data is in form of degree. It's not in form of percentage. So अभी हमें यहाँ क्या ध्यान रखना पड़ेगा कि total degree is what? 360 degree. Total percentage is 100%. Total degree is 360 degree. Out of we have the distribution of data here, based on which we got to answer the question. अच्छा क्वेश्चन क्या है? अच्छा हो राइट ओके सो वी गॉट टोटल बजट सो इट्स अबाउट डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन ऑफ बजट इन फाइनेंशियल ईयर 23-24. ठीक है, कॉस्ट 8P. ऑलराइट, विल कीप इन माइंड. नाउ क्वेश्चन इज if the total budget allocated to infrastructure and education together is 20% more than the previous financial year. Okay, in year what? 2023-24. और यहाँ पे 2000. ठीक है, सो नाउ ये जो बजट है 2023 23-24, इसमें जो इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर एंड एजुकेशन का बजट है that is 20% more than the previous financial year. That means compared to 2022-23. All right. So, what was the combined budget in crores for infrastructure and education in the previous year? That's what we need to find out. So, first of all, let's see what is the combined budget now as per the diagram. So, now as per the diagram, so here education, this is education 90% and infrastructure 108. So, not percent, 90 degree and infrastructure is 8 degree, 108 degree. So, when we say percentage, देखो 20% अगर होता ना तो हम लोग क्या करते, इसको लिखते 20/100, right? But if it is in degree here, which is 90 plus 108, can I write directly 198? चलेगा आपको? 198 degree is total education plus infrastructure as per the diagram, right? Check again, infrastructure and education. Right? And this is out of total 360 degree. Okay. So, this is the fraction of the total value 4800 crore is given for put together infra plus education. I hope you don't have any doubt here. से समझाता हूं. देखो, आउट ऑफ टोटल अमाउंट विच इज 4,800 crore, इसमें से पुट टुगेदर व्हाट इज द बजट ऑफ इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर एंड एजुकेशन, दैट वी नीड टू फाइंड आउट. देन वी विल सी ओके दिस नंबर इज 20% मोर कंपेयर टू द प्रीवियस ईयर. तो प्रीवियस ईयर कितना होना चाहिए वो हम लोग कैलकुलेट कर लेंगे. बट फॉर दैट यू नीड टू इंटरप्रेट द डेटा एंड से हाउ मच इज द अमाउंट allocated to infrastructure and education in year 2023-24 currently. Okay, so total यहाँ पे 108 plus 90 is 198 divided by out of total 360 degree. So this fraction will present the fraction of the fund which is fraction of the total fund which is allocated for infrastructure and education. आ रहा है समझ में? सिंपल से ये ध्यान रखो, परसेंटेज के लिए डिवाइड बाय 100 होगा तो डिग्री के लिए डिवाइड बाय 360. Because total percent is 100, total angle is 360. ठीक है? Okay. Now this is what we are calculating for 2023-24 as per the data. All right. चलो इसको देखते हैं, थोड़ा सिंप्लीफाई हो रहा है क्या? 6 से ट्राई करें. 6 3s are 6 3s are, हाँ. So 6 6 are here, 6 3s are 18 and 6 3s are 18. All right. Okay. Now here again we can try by 6. So this is 6 8s are 48 with 0. So we got 33 into 80. Okay. Got it. Now this is 20% higher compared to the previous year. तो अब मैं previous year को अगर मैं X बोलता हूँ, again students who are done with the percentage lecture with me, you will understand what I am talking about. So previous year का अगर मैंने X बोला तो उस पर मैंने 20% higher लगाया, so that become 120%. That should be equal to current year, which is 33 into 80. ऐसा मैं क्यों बोल रहा हूँ, मैं मन से नहीं बोल रहा, इसको क्वेश्चन में दिया हुआ है। देखो यहाँ दिया हुआ है क्वेश्चन में, प्रीवियस ईयर को अगर आप 20% मोर करोगे, मोर देन द प्रीवियस ईयर, सो यू विल गेट द बजट फॉर 2023-24 allocated for these two sectors. Correct? Previous year को if I assume to be X, उसको 20% more किया, so this should be my current year's budget allocation for infrastructure and education. So this X should be equal to 33 into 80 and 120% को क्रॉस करेंगे तो कितना हो जाएगा 100/120. सिंप्लीफाई करते हैं, ये कैंसिल हो गया और यहाँ पे सिंप्लीफाई करो, दिस इज फर्दर 3, ये हो गया 11, दिस इज 4, यहाँ से कैंसिल करो 4 2 8, 0, यहाँ पे एक और 0 है, सो व्हाट यू गेट हियर इज 2200, राइट? दैट वाज द फंड allocation to education and infrastructure in the previous year. Do we have this in the option? Yes, option number D is our answer. Correct? Okay. Let's see the next example. On the same diagram, same data, we have another example. Again, you can pause the video and try attempting the question by yourself. Question is, in 2024, by what percent is the budget allocated to education more than the allocation to healthcare? अब यहाँ पे आप कैलकुलेट कर सकते हो द बजट allocation to education and budget allocated to healthcare, but again the students who have done percentage class with me, you will understand that we don't need to actually calculate. हम लोग यहाँ पे डायरेक्ट इन वैल्यूज को एजुकेशन एंड हेल्थ केयर को एज इट इज कंपेयर कर सकते हैं. वी डोंट नीड टू एक्चुअली कन्वर्ट दैट इनटू द बजट वैल्यू, लाइक इन टर्म्स ऑफ रुपीज. हम लोग एंगल को भी कर सकते हैं. पता है क्यों? बिकॉज at the end you are comparing on the same number. 72 degree is also calculated on the same number and 90 degree also calculated on the same number. और उन्हीं का ही परसेंटेज निकालना है तो कुछ फर्क पड़ेगा नहीं. फिर भी मैं जो न्यू स्टूडेंट्स हैं उनके लिए एक बार करके बताता हूँ ये. सो बजट allocated to education is how much more than healthcare. Now अभी education is more than healthcare, so healthcare become your base value. ठीक है? So what do we need to calculate? Education more, that means difference. So education minus healthcare by healthcare into 100. This is what we need to calculate. Okay. So if I take the education part, that is 90 degree of 90 degree, yeah, 90 degree by 360. So 90 degree section out of 360 degree of 44,800 crore. Minus, now if I look at healthcare is 72, so this is 72 by 360 into 4800 by 72 by 360 into 4800, that is for healthcare, and multiply by 100. Now common sense लगाओ यार, 48,800 कॉमन निकाल के कैंसिल हो जाएगा, 36 360 कॉमन निकाल के कैंसिल हो जाएगा. So what will you be left with? You will be left with only 90 minus 72 by 72. This is what I was saying. And all the students, my students who have done arithmetic with me, आपको ये easily समझ में आ जाए calculation. बाकी डेटा इंटरप्रेट करना तो सभी को आना चाहिए. Even the students who have not done my arithmetic lectures, आपको भी डेटा इंटरप्रेट करना तो आना चाहिए. Are you getting how to interpret the data from the pie chart presenting data in terms of degree? Yes. तो सिंप्लीफाई कर लेते हैं यहाँ पे. व्हाट यू गेट हियर? डिफरेंस इज 8, यहाँ पे हो जाएगा 72 मल्टीप्लाई बाय डिफरेंस इज 18 मल्टीप्लाई बाय 100. सो हियर दिस इज 9 2 दिस इज 9 8 या फिर इसको 1/4, 18 के टेबल से 1/4 भी बोल सकते हैं, राइट? 1/4 into 100 become how much? 25%. So answer is what? 25%. Option number A is the answer. Correct. Okay, let's see one more example on the same data we have. So now this time we need to calculate. Question is this. I want you to pause the video and try this question by yourself और मुझे बताओ आंसर आपका क्या आया. The question is in year 2023-24 जो करंट ईयर दिया हुआ है, जिसका पाई चार्ट आपका डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन, डेटा डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन भी पाई चार्ट में दिया हुआ है of the same year. Half the education budget is diverted to national emergency. 25% of the remaining of the same education budget is further reallocated to welfare scheme, some welfare scheme, okay, which is not part of this pie chart. What would be approximate angle made by education in the redraw pie chart with all other values remain same? अब ये बहुत ही ट्रिकी वाला होता है, देखो समझना मेरी बात को. If you are reducing education का बजट, राइट, सो ऐसा नहीं होगा कि एजुकेशन का बजट कम हो जाए और बाकी इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर विल रिमेन 108, अदर्स विल रिमेन 15, डिफेंस विल रिमेन 30, ऐसा नहीं होगा, बिकॉज टोटल इज कैलकुलेटेड ऑन 360 डिग्री. सो इफ यू आर स्क्वीजिंग एजुकेशन तो बाकी का एंगल बढ़ेगा, बाकी का एंगल बढ़ेगा. ओके, सो दिस इज समथिंग विच यू नीड टू कीप इन माइंड. ऑलराइट, सो उसको ध्यान में रखते हुए वी आर गोइंग टू सॉल्व द क्वेश्चन. सो नाउ लेट्स कैलकुलेट. टोटल बजट तो है 4,800 क्रोर्स, राइट, आउट ऑफ विच कितना एजुकेशन का कितना बजट कट हो गया वो चेक करें. जितना एजुकेशन का कट होके बाकी के स्कीम्स में डाला है, नेशनल इमरजेंसी में, वेलफेयर स्कीम में, विच इज नॉट पार्ट ऑफ दिस पाई चार्ट, विच इज नॉट पार्ट ऑफ दिस सर्कल, मतलब वो इस सर्कल के बाहर चला जा रहा है. और ये सर्कल का डेटा टोटल अमाउंट कौन रिप्रेजेंट कर रहा है? 4,800. दैट मीन्स ये 4,800 इस सर्कल का ये यहां से भी कम होगा. सोचो इस बात को, 4,800 करोड़ का आपके पास बजट है, उसमें से एजुकेशन और बाकी सब है. अब जितने आपके पास सेक्टर्स हैं, कहीं से सीनियर से आपको इंस्ट्रक्शन आया कि नहीं इसके अलावा हमें किसी और सेक्टर में भी डालना है, तो आपके पास से एजुकेशन से कट करके पैसा दो. सो आपके तो टोटल बजट में से भी उतना कट होगा ना. थिंक अबाउट इट, राइट. सो इवन द सेम अमाउंट विल बी डिडक्टेड फ्रॉम योर टोटल बजट. सो लेट्स सी हाउ मच पार्ट ऑफ एजुकेशन इज बीइंग given away. So education is 90 degree out of 360 degree in 4,800. This is 1 upon 4, right? Simplify karo, this is 1,200. So this is for only education, correct? Now इसका half मतलब 600 चला गया कहाँ पे? नेशनल इमरजेंसी में. रिमेनिंग विच इज 600, उसका कितना? 25%. 25% का फ्रैक्शन वैल्यू कितना होगा बोलो? 1/4. अगेन स्टूडेंट्स हु हैव डन दिस विथ मी. सो 1/4 600 का 1/4 क्या हो जाएगा? स्टूडेंट हु हैव डन परसेंटेज विथ मी, हमने फ्रैक्शन परसेंटेज टेबल याद किया तो वहां से 600 का 1/4 कितना हो जाएगा बोलो? हाफ हो गया 300, उसका हाफ हो गया 150, सो ये 150 हो गया. बचा कितना है बताओ एजुकेशन के लिए? अभी 450 बचा हुआ है. डिड यू अंडरस्टैंड? Did you understand? So total education में से इतना फंड हमने निकाल दिया है to some scheme which is not part of this circle. इसका मतलब ये this amount will also be deducted from the total budget. अब ये लॉजिक वाली बात है. अब सोचो मैं जो बोल रहा हूँ, if it is, it's not that, देखो समझो मैं बता रहा हूँ, ऐसा नहीं है कि it's not like the budget is deducted, taken away from education scheme and invested in some scheme which is part of this circle. अगर वैसा होता तो टोटल बजट पे कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ता. बट हुआ क्या है? एजुकेशन का बजट निकाल के कहीं और भेज दिया, कहीं और भेज दिया है. सो दैट विल ऑल्सो बी डिडक्टेड फ्रॉम द टोटल बजट, राइट? सो हियर टोटल बजट इज 4,800. नाउ the amount which is given away is 600 plus 150, which is 750. So amount which is left is 4050 in total. In total. Question is, find how much, what will be angle made by education in the new draw pie chart. So angle made कैसे निकालोगे आप? Percentage made कैसे निकालते? Percentage कैसे निकालते? This is the education which is left, still with education left. परसेंटेज कैसे निकालते? 450 by 4050 into 100, because परसेंटेज इज पर 100. ओके, परसेंटेज का टोटल परसेंट कितना होता है? 100. वैसे ही इफ यू वांट टू कन्वर्ट दैट इनटू एंगल इन डिग्रीज, सो टोटल एंगल कितना होता है? 360. सो यू आर गोइंग टू मल्टीप्लाई हियर बाय व्हाट? 360. इतना ही डिफरेंस है बस, बाकी सब सही। ओके, सिंप्लीफाई कर लो यार। देखो ये तो कितना सुंदर लग रहा है, बताओ ये कितना सुंदर लग रहा है। 45 9 सीधा सीधा दिख रहा है, और 9 का टेबल तो आपको मुझसे ज़्यादा अच्छे से आता है, राइट। 9 4 36, इजंट इट। ये कितना हो गया 40, इसका मतलब कितना बचेगा 40 डिग्री। सो in the redraw pie chart, education sector will now show 40 degree exactly. ऑप्शन नंबर बी आपका आंसर आ जाएगा। ऑलराइट, सो आई होप यू अंडरस्टूड हाउ टू रीड पाई चार्ट। आसान है ना, और क्वेश्चन हमने इजी देखे, बिकॉज मैं फिर से बोलता हूँ, हियर वी आर ट्राइंग टू अंडरस्टैंड हाउ टू रीड द डेटा फ्रॉम द गिवन फॉर्मेट ऑफ डेटा। ओके, पहले वो कंप्लीट करेंगे, फिर हम लोग डिफिकल्टी लेवल बढ़ाने वाले। सो अगला लेक्चर होने वाला है बार ग्राफ के ऊपर, अगला लेक्चर होने वाला है बार ग्राफ के ऊपर। हियर दिस इज व्हाट वी आर गोइंग टू स्टडी। ऑलराइट, सो स्टे ट्यून and first of all appreciate yourself that you are being consistent and disciplined. Okay, so this is it in today's lecture. My name is Shyam Manavat. I'll see you in the next lecture. Till then, stay happy, stay healthy, and keep learning. Bye bye.